A ship! I am saved! Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless... By whose standard do you call this settled? I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous Adra. I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead. Why would I go bobbing for reason in shark-infested waters? Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of that pitiful market. I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party. Bargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the Republics. But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place. You would search for them? Agrasima. Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have. When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more. Percon Plankanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul. Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us. After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course. But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together. I am sure I do not know. All I heard was that they left the village. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no? Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again. The priestess? She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it. She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her. The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale. I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
It is a bad omen to have a priestess so young.
Age is no assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
Of course.
Ahoy, done and done. Ahoy, one of my eyes be open.
Real quiet.
Happily.
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you. Full tides. Himwehi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island. Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
The swabby on the sorcerer once suggested we dine on fishman meat. Not an hand complained when Romero put him off at the next port.
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
Oh, it's foots and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap? What for, Cap? Aye, aye. Aye. A light's foots and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap?
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here, I always smell them. An outsider in Tiquara? Who are you, stranger? A captain. If you had sailed downwind of the island, you would have moved on, I say. I tell Ranga Ruano that the stench of Tiquara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
Oh, come on. You know I only wash up on Sundays.
I speak of the Lagufath. There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses. I push the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here. Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head. It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath? Akira, you are perceptive. The Ranga orders us to defend his trading post. Otherwise, I would take up my spear. This is sorry work for Mataru, I say. Understand, they are animals. You must rely on blades, I say, not words. Hunting tales of our ancestors say the brood will scatter when their fish Ranga is killed. No need to chase the children if you cut the head from the mother. The Ranga wanted a trading post. He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money. Always I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead. What is there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game, only Lagofath skulking in Hoina Ravine. Even the antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses are thin and the trees are like a child's bones. Small and soft. Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood. At last, a job worthy of Mataru. Choose from the finest hunters and warriors.
All this chasing after Aethys, it's brought back memories of the Saints' War. Just how scared everyone was, mostly. Everybody put on a brave face, made all these claims about what they'd do when they met a god in battle. There was no sadder sight than a group of us talking big, trying to outdo one another. Even the fella that led us, he used to say he knew all these different ways you could kill a god, if you were so inclined. Of course, at night he'd grind his teeth so hard it sounded like he was chewing rocks, in case you were curious if he really had it in him. We'll probably both have some scary-looking smiles before long. Point being, the prospect of facing a god makes cowards of most all of us. Now, here I am again, on my way to meet Aethys. Some ways I feel the same. Edgy, sick in my gut. But it's different this time. Might be because of you. We haven't gone to pieces yet, for one thing. At least not on the outside. You could have let it all end back at Cadnua, or even Gilded Vale. But you're still going, even knowing where we're headed. Haven't forgot who you are. There's part of me thinks we aren't gonna make it out of this. When I get to thinking like that, it helps to remember how you've held together. What do you think? We gonna survive all this? Whether or not I believe it, I like it just the same. I go back and forth myself. Every time we see one of those big footprints, it reminds me not to get too excited. There's a good chance we die out here, halfway across the world from anywhere I ever called home. But if I can face it like you, maybe it doesn't matter. I mean it. Don't know where I'd be right now if you hadn't come through Gilded Vale that day. I'll tell you what, though. I'm not one for big promises. But I'm gonna beat up as many people and monsters as it takes to get you your life back. You got my word on that.
So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Ugh, had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention be made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
What do you need? What's on your mind?
I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind. Sure thing, Watcher.
Aye.
Yes?
Aye. Ahoy, Captain. What?
For what do you linger here? Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never. Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes. You'll never meet a more welcoming tribe. See? The villagers brawl for the honor of your visit.
At once. Indeed.
No sign of my shipmates on the horizon.
Captain, a light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap?
course.
What are my eyes? In an heavy book.
Village starves, and you hide Kowiki fruit?
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you!
One of my eyes be open. What for, Cap? Ahoy. Done and done.
Confess, Tabal, or will you let good food rot?
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might. You do? I mean, of course you do.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru. Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times. For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes? Pakeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Kowiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
I stole no Kowiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces. We would have eaten the last of the Kowiki as a tribe. This way, we give our thanks to Kahopa, the eel of life. Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods. This is not done. To consume the fruit, seeds, and all, this is how we pray to Kahopa for bounty. Lied and stolen? Akira. When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt. I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands. We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind. Pakeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine. Akira, you would do this? I say, our Raga will dedicate the Feast of the Last Kowiki to your name. Until the Kowiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers. You are free to question him in your custom, I say, and Peheko he tarries often by the beach. Then you must speak with the Raga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trading post. Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since. Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes. I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell? We have little reason to fight on Tikawara, except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor.
Funny thing I learned about grog back on the Sorcerer. It be birthing up quarrels as often as it be burying them.
But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave... But what did I say? Ah, Tikawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira. Yes, hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Don't know how long a man could last out here like that.
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun? If only my brain and belly had coordinated. I say I would have tried sooner. Keho hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me. Keho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Akira, this is so. I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone. It is said the Roparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say. The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief. I have seen better days than this. I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors. For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war? Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground. I need to conserve my strength.
Ahoy. Aye, aye. Aye. Aye.
I don't know how you and the Watchers sleep, carrying all those souls around.
Well, I do sleep better when the Watcher's around. That's for sure.
Does it suddenly feel warm in here to you?
Happily.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider.
Aye, one of my eyes be aye, aye.
More outlanders. Are your masters so desperate that they send you to plunder a starving village? For what do you say this? To impress me? You are no different from the last ones who came through. Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same. Akira. That is what the last bunch said. Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Pokokahara for Adra riches. I warned the Valians about Pokokahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse. Pokokahara was not for them. With Nagati's aid, the sea takes and gives in equal measure. Dark clouds surround Pokokahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all. We tell these stories not because they happen just so. We tell them for what they mean. Our Rangosphere makes him too trusting. He believes the Valiant traders will protect us if they settle here and mine Pokokahara. So the villagers pour their sweat into the sand, building a trading post on a barren island. They will kill us, rob us, enslave us. And we will be too busy building their halls and sweeping their docks to fight.
Not sure if you and me be sharing the same definition of slavery, lass. But I don't think you'd be getting the particulars wrong.
The pirate knows nothing of this, I say. If you go to Pokokahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
It's always destroy. It's never renovate.
When the Adra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores. If I knew, then I would go myself. Anything that is built can surely be destroyed, Akira. And the storms are proof of powerful magic at work. Dispel this magic, banish it, whatever needs doing. I hope so. And we did not speak of this, Akira. He is our Ranga. My own great aunt looked into his soul and declared him such. I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies. Akira, I have, and so did Anna. That name is cast off. Forget I said it. It is not spoken of. I apologize. Anaharu was the tribe's priest before me. And he was my father. Before he challenged Ruanu to a trial of waves. But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him. It means the tribe must forget him. The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him. When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks. The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe. My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka. So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruanu to send them away and move the tribe to another island. Ruanu, he did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking. Anaharu goes to his next life, but forgotten, he goes to a different tribe. We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
You worship Gon same as I do, at least in Neketaka. But I'll admit I've never called Andra Ngati.
Foreigners know her as Andra. To us, there is no difference.
Aye, I'm right primed for another.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap?
Welcome to Tikawara. Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests. I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Pococahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores. An island not touched since the days of our ancestors. The Valians went to Pococahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say. In our old villages, we were raided by pirates, stolen by slavers, and killed by Rawatayan scouts. So I brought them here, where the soil is too poor for Kawiki fruit and the waters too shallow for great fish. At least we are in the path of Valian traders as they come and go. This is protection, prosperity, a future. You are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things. Our ancestors told of luminous Ardra, the bones of the Deadfire, breaching through the sands of Pococahara. Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Ardra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger. Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating. Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats. Ikira, we paddle our canoes the long way around Pococahara for a reason, I say. Another people lived among our ancestors and built a temple in the desert. Now there is only death.
Now that does tend to follow the Ingwithins.
But the Valians closed their ears to my warning. Here, this was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pococahara in brighter days. The Muzuma snail, a foul thing, yes? They eat for the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say. It is nothing Nikuaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies. If you need aid, Himurihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go. Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins, never answers. Speak on, friend. What say? The Valians left many crates with the dwarf. He hoards them by the beach. But we never refuse a guest. If you need sleep, Himuihi will show you all the villages contending for the honor of your visit. And if you need strong Mutaru warriors to fight at your side, then Himuihi can help you with this also. She guards the trading post. Our village here is young still, but we will grow when the Valians come. That is for what we build many houses now, even a trading post. We make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokokahara, they build their harbor here. Some tribes push foreigners away, but it is good to have powerful friends.
Powerful friends have a way of extracting costly favors, don't they?
If the Valians come, they will build an outpost here in Tikawara. And then we will have more to trade with outsiders than just Rongi's mats. With coin comes protection, friendship. A favorable arrangement for both sides, I say.
You sure you want to question that? We never get nice ones like this.
I say that in Tikawara there is always a spot around the fire and a Koiki in every hand. Speak on, friend. Our village here is young still. That is, we make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokokahara,